Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. Okay, we can start our today's geography class. In the last class, we have started new chapter from geography resources. Okay, now we are moving to discuss the different classification of the resources. Okay, already we mentioned there are four criteria to classify the resources. The one was the basis of development and use. We can classify resources into two types. On the basis of the development and use of the resources, we can classify resources into two groups. One is actual resources and the second one is potential resources. Now, what is actual resources? Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known at present and we are using these resources presently. Such resources are called actual resources. The people know the approximate quantity level of the resources and also we are using that resource at present. This form of resources are called actual resources. For example, coal mine in Ruhr region of the Germany, in the German Ruhr region. We have an idea about the approximate idea about how much long years we will get the coal from this Ruhr region. And petroleum in West Asia, and also we have a somewhat idea about the digging or the extraction of the petroleum from these West Asian countries. And the soil of Deccan of the Plateau in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, you know, there are Deccan Plateau. In that region, we can see we have available the black soils. So we have some idea about the idea about the quantity of the different resources. So this is called actual resources. Then the second classification or second type is on the basis of the development and use. The second type is potential resources. Now what is potential resources? Are those resources whose entire quantity is unknown. We didn't use at present, but maybe future use will come. We will use these resources in future. So, in short, we have no more idea about the quantity. The quantity knowledge is unknown. If we are not using at present, maybe we'll use in future by the help of the technology. Okay, now we have no enough technology to extract and utilize these resources. Such resources are called potential resources. For example, uranium in Ladakh, in our Kashmir region, Ladakh is there are the deposit of the uranium, but we have no more idea about this uranium deposition. Maybe in future we will extract and utilize. Okay, next form of classification is classification based on the origin of the resources. It also two types. On the origin of the resources, the resources are two types. One is abiotic resources and second one is biotic. It's very simple, abiotic. All resources which have non-living things is called abiotic. All resources which have non-living things, they have a form of non-living items is called abiotic. For example, land, rock, soil, minerals, etc. The second type is biotic resources. That means all the resources which have living things, living organisms is called biotic resources such as plants, animals, birds, etc. Then according to the stock of the resources, the third classification is based on the stock of the resources. We can classify it into two groups. One is renewable resources. Second one is non-renewable resources. Now what is renewable resources? Renewable resources are those which renewed or replenished by quickly. Okay, it will available renewed form or replenished quickly natural itself. Such as called renewable resources. But some renewable resources are unlimited, that are not affected by the human activities. Some of the renewable resources are unlimited. We can use how much quantity we can use, no problem. Okay, it is unlimited. For example, solar, light, wind, air, etc. They have unlimited infinity is there. But some of the renewable resources are maybe affected their stock by the careless use of the human exploitation. Due to the careless and misuse of the human exploitation, some of the renewable resources will deplete their stock. For example, water, soil, forest, etc. Then the second type is non-renewable resources. Now, what is non-renewable resources? The resources have limited stock, and the stock is exhausted. It may take thousands of years to be renewed again. The non-renewable resources are the second type. They have only limited stock. It is not unlimited. It is only limited stock. If it is once you will use, it is exhausted or it is over by this use, what will happen? It will take thousands of years to form new one. Okay, for example, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Then, on the basis of the distribution of the resources can be classified into two groups. The next and last fourth classification is based on the distribution of the resources. On the basis of the distribution, we can classify the resources into two types. One is ubiquitous resources, and second one is localized resources. What is ubiquitous resources? The resources that are found everywhere is called ubiquitous resources. The resources which are found everywhere of the earth. It was present every part of the earth is called ubiquitous resources. For example, air, wind, etc. Then what is localized resources? Those are found only in certain places are called localized resources. Okay, it was only found in some areas. Okay, some other regions we can't see such resources. Such resources we can call as localized resources. For example, copper, petroleum, iron, etc. In our region, we have no more chance to get petroleum by digging earth. But in West Asian countries, they will get petroleum. So in different regions have different resource deposition. Such form of deposition is called localized resources. Okay. Anyway, now we can stop today's class. We will continue on the next class. Thank you for all. Good morning.